Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
We're so honored to have on the show country music legend Wynonna Judd with her brand new tour that's kicking off in October, Back to Why Tour. Wynonna, thanks for coming on the show.
I love to talk.
You know what? The first thing I was thinking about with this incredible tour, and I was so happy to hear that you're doing it, Wynonna, to where you're going back to your original album that came out in 1992, Wynonna, and then your multi-platinum album that came out in 93. Explain this to me. You're going to do both albums back to back?
Absolutely. It's time to celebrate, my dear. We need more moments like this in our lives where we take out the scrapbook and we see where we've been, who we are today, and of course, looking to the future, always as an artist. It's important to celebrate such an important transition in my life with the fans. Now that mom is gone, it's a chance to be with my family of choice and to celebrate a time in my life that was so both heartbreaking. There was death and life happening all at the same time. And sometimes we get so busy, we forget to stop the car, look at the map, see where we're going. And that's what this tour is doing.
And I think it's so incredible too, Wynonna. I've always been a fan of your music, and especially, you know, when you kicked out on your solo tour and doing your solo career. And I guess a lot of fans are going to want to know, are you going to bring back the big hair, the big guitars, the big outfits? I mean, is everything going to be bigger and better for this tour? Because that's what I'm hoping for.
I'm going for it.
That is amazing. I mean, but are you really going to do the albums like, you know, just as they were recorded? I mean, because that's, you know, that's not easy. And I mean, you've got so many hits to choose from. To go through those two albums, I mean, is going to be a little daunting.
It is, and it's important to celebrate these moments in my life. I was pregnant with Grace and Elijah back to back. I was on the road. I was a mother of two. I was trying to tour and be a mom, and it was such a hectic time. And I missed my mom, you know, so there's a song on the first record, It's Not Easy to Say Goodbye. And I'm going to be singing that for the first time live and in front of people. So it's going to be an interesting moment for me as an artist.
You know what I was surprised about too, Wynonna, to where with the tour kicking off, I believe, October 26th in Indianapolis, Indiana, to where it's set up for just 15 shows now. Could that end up being extended?
Always. I'm always available.
I just thought, you know, when I'm looking at that, I'm like going, I've got a feeling right here that this is probably going to need to be a longer tour when you're back to Why.
You know, I'm always available. I think I'm an artist that I've been doing this 40 years and I'm not giving up yet, right? So I have a feeling I will probably still be here years from now, God willing. Music is such a healer, and these people grew up with me. Think about that. You know, they were going through their own crap during the album launch. And so we're going to be sitting there experiencing our stuff together. You know, the fans are going to remember what happened in their life when the song came out, when She Is His Only Need was first released. I was having a #1 record, yet my heart was broken and I couldn't find a deep enough breath because I missed mom so much. So it's an interesting connection.
Well, you know, and I want to bring this up too, with all of the great, you know, Back to Why tour, which I just love the name of that. You're going to have, you know, VIP experiences, fan experience. Let's talk a little bit. I saw in the fine print some kind of Wynonna designed cocktail set. Could you elaborate a little bit?
Well, I have celebration moments just like everybody else, and I have my favorite drink. And that's all it is. It's just making it more personal. A moment between, you know, the fans and me. It's a girls' night out recipe, which I know girls can understand, and boys, bless your heart. So it's just another, you know what, when you do VIP stuff, you're always looking for a way to really connect and not make it just business.
Right.
Because country music is so real and authentic, and I want that experience to be that way with the fans. So just trying to make it personal.
Well, you know, and I think you do that so well on stage and with everything you do with fans. I've got to bring this up too. Country Music Hall of Fame 2022. You're on the Music City Walk of Fame, USO Merit Award, And also, your other charity work that you've done with youth, you continue to give back, but also with the music, it's just you keep giving to the fans, and it seems like they embrace you through this. It's nice to see that you're kind of going back here to celebrate these accomplishments, Wynonna, instead of just always moving forward, which you do so well.
I think I'm such a combination of, loss and failure and success and just being me and getting through it. I think people see me and they see themselves in me because it's like, if I can do it, so can you. I just keep showing up. I'm determined. The day after Mom died, I showed up at the Hall of Fame and got inducted into the Hall of Fame because I knew that was what was meant to be and supposed to happen.
Right.
And I just keep showing up. It was like both life and death happens at the same time in the same day often. And I want to show people that you can. And if I can help one person not leave the way my mom did, then I've done my part. And that's my goal for the rest of my life.
That's powerful. And I've got to bring up too on it, Wynonna, Rolling Stone called you the voice of her generation. How do you feel about that today as you continue on with this music and celebrating past music, multi-platinum albums and everything, but you're creating new music, you're doing great things. Yeah, I think one of the things I've always loved about seeing you live is the energy, what you bring to each song and with the energy, that you're sharing. What do you feel about that when Rolling Stone said that about you years ago?
You know what the first thought was that went through my head, and this is the truth? My farm animals could give a rip. On a good day, I remind myself of that, that Rolling Stone said that. But in the scheme of things, it really doesn't count on the farm because butts need to be wiped and mouths need to be fed. So guess what? Here's the reality, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're thrilled you're going to be back on tour with this. I want to make sure for our viewers, to be able to stay with all the tour, with it kicking off on October 26th. But, when it's coming to their town, and so they can come and see you live. I know there's going to be some cool new merch for the Back to Why tour.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Where should the viewers go, Wynonna?
Wynonna.com is everything for where the fans can get a part of what's happening now. So go for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, congratulations on all the success. And I think there's going to be more in your future, not only for you musically, but also for the farm animals that continue to be fed and taken care of, and the fans. Once again, you're such a great example, like you said, to keep moving it forward. So I know this is going to be a sold out tour, so people need to get their tickets early, Wynonna.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm excited about it, and it's a chance to celebrate. We need more celebrations in this country.
Yes, we do. Well, congratulations, Wynonna Judd. Thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome, my dear. Great interview.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.